We're learning more about a technical issue that shut down many of the city of Jacksonville Beach's operations yesterday afternoon. The city is now saying it experienced what it's calling a cybersecurity event.
The News4Jax reporter Ariel Schiller has been working to find out more about what happened. She also spoke with a cybersecurity expert about how you can protect yourself in the event of a data breach.
The city of Jacksonville Beach says there's no indication any personal sensitive data was compromised during a cybersecurity event. That cybersecurity event shut down City Hall on Monday and was still causing issues on Tuesday. Chris Friedman, the CEO of On Defense, says there are many reasons attacks like this one can happen.
Often there's a financial goal for the attacker to access data, possibly ask for a ransom after encrypting the data. There are, activists sometimes that want to, and certainly affect American governments. But in this case, we just don't know all the details yet.
The city of Jacksonville Beach released an update Tuesday afternoon saying in part, the city of Jacksonville Beach recently began experiencing information systems issues, impacting certain city functions. Upon discovery, we promptly initiated an investigation and notified law enforcement. We recently confirmed the issues are a result of a cybersecurity event. We are working to restore our systems and services as quickly as possible. As our investigation into this matter is ongoing, we are unable to provide further details at this time.
Christopher Wray, the FBI director you see here, is going to be in front of a House Select Committee today, issuing a warning, it's expected, about Chinese hackers preparing to wreak havoc and cause real-world harm. There's an advanced copy of his remarks that reveals targets to be water treatment plants, electrical grids, oil and natural gas pipelines, and transportation systems. He says these Chinese hacking efforts extend just beyond technology.
Party aggression themselves. Rather, when I talk about the threat posed by China, I mean the government of China, in particular led by the CCP. The CCP's dangerous actions, China's multi-pronged assault on our national and economic security, make it the defining threat of our generation.
We all know, but still pay insufficient attention to the frightening scenario of a comprehensive cyber attack, which will bring to a complete halt to the power supply, transportation, hospital services, our society as a whole. Crisis would be seen in this respect as a small disturbance in comparison to a major cyber attack. To use this as a timely opportunity to reflect on the lessons the cybersecurity community can draw and improve our preparedness for a potential cyber pandemic.
All right, Shalom. This is Yahawah 1 by Yahawah of the Lions Den Camp, located right here in Jacksonville, Florida. Before I begin, I want to say Kal Halayim, La Yahawah, Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai, Ba Hashem, Ha'arakak Wadash, Ma'amaf. Double honor to the elder apostles of GMS and the elders. Shalom to you, Akim, and Akwatim and children that believe in sincerity and truth around the four corners of the earth. Hopefully I remember to put the clip in the beginning of this video where you'll see that this past Monday there was a cyber attack. They call it a cyber event. All right, they like to use all these code words, but there was a cyber event or attack, however you want to look at it, in America, but right here, it happened in Jacksonville, Florida, where it shut down City Hall in the beaches area. All right. And even that, it was Monday, our internet at my home was off until like from the morning until 11 o'clock at night. And we called our service provider and they said, yeah, it's gonna be off until 11. They didn't tell us why, of course, but I knew. I told my family, I said, yeah, it's a cyber attack. Because this is what we know is coming. All right, they're talking about it. They even saying China has people that are pushing cyber attacks on this place on a daily basis. On a daily basis, there's cyber attacks happening. All right, they try to fight them off, but we know ultimately. Some say that there's a kill switch for the internet where there is none, allegedly, because the grid has gotten too big for them to just hit a switch and cut it off. So what's their options? EMP, disguises of war, cyber attacks that could shut down the internet, shut down the power grid. The power grid would cancel what? The information. And the information is what help keep people calm, or the disinformation helps to keep people in fear. All right. So I want to get Revelations 12 and 12. Let's start with that, because we know that their ultimate goal is to shut down the internet, or what you would call YouTube. Which this truth was pushed out on YouTube real heavy and all over the internet. All right, so they want to stop that. There's more reasons to it why, but ultimately, that's one of the big reasons. You see, they started coming at us about hate speech, and they say truth is evil. Truth is called evil in the time of lies, man. All right, so Revelations 12 and 12. You had the video I put in the beginning was Klaus Schwab. All right, the head of the World Economic Forum, which he started himself. Those globalists, Edomites. He put out there that there will be like comprehensive cyber attack. All right, comprehensive meaning. Let's get that real quick. All right, it says comprehensive. It means complete cyber attack, including all or nearly all elements or aspects of something. So it's gonna be a full-on cyber attack. They said it'll be worse than their last experiment that just happened with the lockdowns. This will be way worse, man. And they said the scriptures speak of it, and also the talking heads, current event survivalists, what they call them, doomsday preppers. They're putting out information that cyber attack that would shut down the power grid for a few months, or they're saying at the most maybe 6 months, who knows. But we know that they got to have a power grid to push the MOTB. So it could be before, and it'd be a temporary event which would kill off a lot of people, and they would force people to go to them for help, to the government, and fear, and lack of food and things like that. Or, it could happen afterwards, after the MOTB. After everybody done got it, then the grid shut down. All right. So he said it's going to be a comprehensive cyber attack. He said this will get everybody's attention. That's what Bill Gates said. So they know something's coming because they're the ones planning it. All right, Revelations, or provoking it. Revelations 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them, right? The elect that are in the heavens, the angels, Yahawah, his son Yahweh Shai, and plus us that are upon this earth that have our conversations in heaven. All right. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth. Okay, so woe to the 2/3 and the wicked of these heathens. And of the sea, For the devil, the deceiver, Esau has come down unto you, having great wrath, man, because he knoweth that he have but a short time, man. How do they know it? Because they can see the prophets out there teaching. They see it on the internet. All right. Elder Apostle Gabar always speaks of a story in the 70s or 80s when they was out there teaching, and some Edomites jumped out of a limo and said, "How did y'all find this out? We paid a lot of money to hide this." You see that? So this internet is bittersweet for them because of this. This is Revelations 11 and 11. It says, 11 and 10. Not verse 9. And they of the peoples and kindreds, I'll start from verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom in Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified, right? They tried to X out the truth, to cancel out the whole knowledge of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai and about us being the Israelites. That really happened over here in America. All right. Now, we were what? Spiritually dead in this place, because the scriptures say there should be a falling away first, where we fell away, and then we ended up here in America in slavery, spiritually dead. So those heathens, especially with Esau, they were rejoicing. But now they salty because they see us waking up, and now they see the prophecies happening, and we telling them of their demise and the judgment that's coming to them. That's how they know they have but a short time. And they of the people and kindreds and tongues shall see their dead bodies. So they saw the nation of Israel, and they still see 2/3 walking around spiritually dead, sleep. All right. And shall not suffer their dead bodies to be put in graves, man. So to be put in graves meaning to give them rest. And we get rest through the reading. Blessed is he that readeth in the scriptures. And knowing that we're Israelites. They wouldn't even allow us to read in this place. Why? Because they didn't want us to get the information. They didn't want us to have the truth. But now we got it. And they know they got but a short time. How do they know? Through the internet, through seeing us out there teaching. All right. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them. See, all these heathens, they were confederate against us. They rejoiced that we fell. They rejoiced that they had us in their possession. And make merry, and shall send gifts one to another. Gator bait. Slavery skin hats that they used to wear, and lamps that they had, lamp shades with skin all over it, jackets and shit. Now they wear snake skin and gator boots, but it used to be our skin. It says why? Because these two prophets, the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom of Israel, of the Israelites, tormented them that dwelt upon the earth, right? They are enemies. And after 3 days and a half, right, all the way up until the 60s and 70s, with Abba Bivens, the spirit of life from Yahawah entered into them. Holy shit. And they stood upon their feet. And what? Ezekiel 37. You have the good fish with the bad fish. You know what I'm saying? So the dry bones. You have a great exceeding army, but only a few have the breath of life. All right, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Right, we might not see these globalist elites, but the scriptures say that great fear is upon them, man. All right, so that's why they know they have what but a short time. And they see us on the internet. That's why you have all these different policies, hate speech, claiming the Israelites to be, terrorists. You get what I'm saying? Discrediting the Israelites, discrediting the name of Yahawah. Right? Good promotion or bad promotion. Matter of fact, here you go. Zephaniah 3 and 19 or 18. It says, I will gather them that are sorrowful for the solemn assembly. See, the elect that are sorrowful, that want to repent, that's who the Lord is calling to his solemn assembly, into the truth. All right, only the elect, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden, man. All right, so, and we wanted to cast off that blame, so we look for forgiveness from Yahawah Shemel Shai, casting off the fruitful works of darkness. It says, behold, at that time, Revelation 11 and 8, when we waking up, I will undo all that afflict thee. See, even in that time, when these heathens see us waking up to the truth and standing up in the spirit and in faith and in order and lifting up the banner upon the high mountain, and they see that spirit on us, that's in that same time the Lord is going to undo all that afflicts us. That's why they know that they have but a short time, because they're the ones afflicting us, these heathens, especially Esau. And I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. So whether good fame or bad fame, they're going to discredit us, but either way, they shall know about the Israelites. All right, that we're out here. They know we're out here teaching. It says, and at that time will I bring you again. See, that's when the Lord is going to deliver his elect and take his elect to that land of Israel. Even until the time that I gather you, for I will make you a name and praise among all the people of the earth. So ultimately in the kingdom, we're going to be praised. It says, when I turn back your captivity before your eyes, saith Yahawah. How are we going to, before our eyes, meaning what? We're going to see it. We see it around us, but you can really see it through the internet. By what? Watching. That's why the Lord told us to watch. If you look up your street, you're going to see the curses on people. You're going to see policy changes. You're going to see things at your grocery store, like turnstiles and asking you for the C-hip and things like that. But to see the wars going on around the world, to see the prophecies coming to pass, to see the wicked being revealed, to see the false prophets, right? Have a worldwide view of everything. It's through the internet. Okay? And that's a gift and a curse from Yahawah Shemel Shai. So check this out. Right, that's why it said, and great fear fell upon them which saw them, man. Okay, so the ones that see us, they're in fear, man, as we giving them their open rebuke against these heathens. Okay, against 2/3 of our people. This is Sirach 43 and 1. The pride of the height, the clear firmament, the beauty of heaven with his glorious show. Okay, and why? The Lord created the firmament. All right, something that ionizes, meaning separates or adds to the atomic makeup of the elements out in space, to create the 7 layers of the firmament. So where we only see blue during the morning or during the day, where we see red, yellow, all these different colors, and then no light at night, just darkness in the sky and light from the moon. So the firmament stops keeps us from being shot off of this earth from the space winds. But also, the firmament is a prison. All right, because Esau definitely want to go beyond that, out in space. But the Lord has bound them in it. you know, but he made it for us to inhabit out in space. But anyway, what else is the firmament used for? It's obviously used to scatter and spread. I think it's called light scattering, where you hit it with a white beam and it creates what you would call a spectrum of colors, called like a rainbow. And then you have a prism, which is the firmament. So the Lord created a prism, and that prism also helps to what? Scatter radio waves, you know, which you get from different levels of light and energy that's hitting that firmament from the sun. You know, so they had radio waves first. It was different levels of the industrial revolutions, you know, from electricity to coal industry with machines, and then to the radar and radio waves around the time of the Spanish flu. And then you have it was brought in war with the radio waves and music and television. And then you have now the internet age. All right, especially with the 2000s, the .com bubbles. And now they moved into what? AI technology. You know, all these different apps, YouTube, all these different channels through the internet, which was really originally a military setup, a military tool that they had way before the citizens had the internet. All right, so now we're able to see everything happening around the world. Ever since like a little bit before the 2000s. All right, so this is in the prophecy. Psalm 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of Yahawah, right? Just like the firmament shows the height of the Lord's thoughts compared to our thoughts. And it declares his power, man, because everything's in operation and in order and in orbit. He got everything moving according to his will. Yahawah B'Shem Yahushai. All right, so, and also it declares, so the Most High speaks from heaven into the hearts of men, his men that speak the truth, and we speak it out in the streets, and we give off that vibration also what? Through the internet, through different conduits or channels where the water can flow from the river, right? And then matter of fact, look at that. This is Sirach 24:30. I also came out as a brook from a river, and that river flows from Yahawah. All right, there is a river. Where we think the land is only dry in a desert, there is a river for us, and it flows from the heavens to us. And I also came out as a brook from a river, and as a conduit into a garden. See that conduit, different channels into a garden. That garden represents Israel. And I said, I will water my best garden, the elect, and will water abundantly my garden bed, right, the foundation, especially with the elders. And lo, my brook became a river, and my river became a sea. All right. So, and I will make doctrine to shine as the morning, and will send forth her light afar off. All right. So what it say in Proverbs? It say wisdom crieth without in the streets, but now it's been amplified. The Lord said, go out there and teach. And now the elders have done that. We've done that. And he set up the internet to where we can reach the rest of the Lord's army, his believers. And he's causing his doctrine to shine as the morning, spread it like the same way the sunlight spreads over the whole ground. You see it a little by little, and it spreads over the whole earth, you know. Or if you're looking at your area, it'd be nighttime, then you see the sun rising. and then eventually it gets brighter and brighter. You're able to see everything. The sunlight hits everything. Well, the Lord is going to what? Send her light afar off. And that's how the Lord was able to send wisdom from the elect or the elders and the Akim that's in this truth all around the world. And I will pour out doctrine as prophecy. See that? So the prophecy is the doctrine now, man. Not just the laws like Sakari and them like to say. It's about the prophecies. And leave it to all ages forever. All right? Behold, I have not labored for myself only, but for all them that seek wisdom, man. Just like today, we're laboring not for ourselves only, but for all the elect that are seeking wisdom. That's why we put it on the internet, and the internet continues in the loop day and night. All right, look at that. Isaiah 62:6, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, right? So we're the watchmen. All right, but like you would set up troops or watchmen upon the walls of your kingdom, and they will watch in different directions from their view of what they see, and they would blow a trumpet, and that's our job, to blow the trumpet for different reasons, for the Sabbath, for the holy days, for merit, let's just say for judgment. Like if somebody was getting a death, they would have mourning trumpets. And then they would have, or silence. And then for danger, warning, certain trumpets for different reasons. And we're blowing the trumpet of war, the trumpet of judgment, and of warning, man, warning our people. All right? I have set watchmen upon thy walls, man. Who? The children of Israel. O Jerusalem, Yerushalayim, the elect. That's who this is for. Which shall never hold their peace day nor night, man. We're never going to be quiet, because even when we're in study mode or we're teaching some people locally or whatever, the videos that we upload on the internet, they continue for us. So the Lord blessed us to understand this internet, to harness it, and to use what Esau made for wickedness. We're able to harness it and use it for righteousness. Just like these idol worshipers, they can use a piece of wood to make an idol and something wicked. Or like Noah did, took that same wood and he made a boat for something righteous, for deliverance. And we've been able to use this internet and YouTube and different channels for something righteous. And you got a lot of, if you go through YouTube, there's nothing but wickedness on there, folly. All right, Yahawah, it says, and give him no rest till I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. So day and night, our videos are all over the internet. Ye that make mention of Yahawah, keep not silence, right? We're not going to keep silence. We're going to continue to teach. All right? If you believe in Yahawah by Hashem Yahushua, you're going to what? Teach this word. And give him no rest till he's established, and until he make Yerushalayim a praise in the earth. As he said in the prior scripture I read, he's going to make us a praise in the earth. So you're supposed to get on the Lord's nerves, man. Call on him. Wear out the doorsteps of the wise. And continue to cry out. And have our cries enter into his ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. All right? Till he make us a praise in the earth. And he's going to do it. All right, Psalm 19 and 1 again. The heavens declare the glory of Yahawah, and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Day unto day. All right, it shows his handiwork, man. And the Lord set it up to where internet waves or radio waves can be sent through this firmament in preparation for us to be able to teach. It says, and for knowledge to be increased. Let's get that real quick. All right, Daniel 12 and 4, I brought this out earlier. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words. See, they were sealed and sealed the book, even to the time of the end. And then Revelations 11, the Spirit entered into the elect, and great fear fell upon these devils that saw us waking up in the books unsealed. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased. See, how? Through the internet, all right, and through travel. And it really started with the Greeks and with America, with them ships going back and forth carrying, like, say for instance, the Library of Alexandria, started by what's his name, Alexander the Great. And they would go around conquering lands, and they would take their books, their information, and put it in their libraries. All right, increasing their knowledge. And then you had the Catholic churches. People would go in them little confessionals, and they would gain knowledge that way. And then now you have just basic travel, like in America, TV, television. And then you have in the radio, knowledge increasing. And then now you have the internet, and Google and shit like that. You know, you can Google herbs, you can Google information and etymology of words and history and prophecy, current events. You can see your brothers teaching and the elders. So it's through the internet that the Lord created. He used Esau to create. All right. It says, so knowledge is being increased. All right. Psalms 19:2. Day unto day it uttereth speech, man. See? Excuse me. Day unto day, you see, I mean, we can't see it, but what you call radio waves or internet, you know, it would say internet chatter, it's uttering speech. So yeah, just like this picture, man. Day unto day, day and night, our voices are being sent all around the world, and our visage or our image from the videos. All right, so that spirit is being sent all around the world, man. People watching videos day or night, different time zones, all through the internet. Way more than what we could have did if we had to travel. All right. So it says Psalms 19:2. It says, day unto day it uttereth speech, and night unto night it showeth knowledge, man. So throughout the day and night, our voices are being heard all over the internet. And there is no speech nor language where their voice is not heard. Look at that. Is that not the internet, man? So in any country, you can click translate. You know, you got our people scattered everywhere, and where our voice can be heard around the world. Their line is going out through all the earth, man. So that prophecy is wrapping up, man, because the doors of grace are shutting, and I mean the elect is almost fully awoke. We still got work to do because we're not out of here yet, though. Their line is going out through all the earth. And what did the Lord say if that happens? He said, this gospel must be published. Let's get that. All right, Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom, see, imagine that in this time where these devils are pushing their new world order, and they had us in slavery and civil rights movement. You hear the gospel of the kingdom, of Yahawah B'Shem Yahushua's kingdom, being at the door ever since our Bivens. It shall be preached in all the world. See, our line has already, once that prophecy came to pass to where our line has went out, starting from the elders of Abba Bivens and elders of GMS, that line has went out through all the world. Then what? The gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come, man. So how is it going to be preached through all the world? Are we going to have to travel and walk like they did in ancient times? No. That's through what the Lord created, the internet and also the unicorn. All right, so Psalms 19:4, their line is going out through all the earth, and their words to the end of the world. In them have he set a tabernacle for the sun. All right, so in the sky, all right, in the firmament, it's like a tabernacle for the sunlight to be separated and scattered around the world for us to have light upon this earth and to be able to see color on the earth and pigmentation and things like that. But also a tabernacle for the sun, like I read earlier, the same way the sunlight rises in the sunrise and then eventually the light hits everything, is the same way this internet and the Lord's word is set around the whole world. You know, it says what? Which is as a bridegroom coming out of his chamber, that's the sunrise, and rejoices as a strong man to run a race. His going forth is from the end of heaven, and his circuit unto the ends of it. And there is nothing hid from the heat thereof. See, the same way this internet is spread throughout the earth. Well, really, I should say wisdom is spread through the internet throughout the earth. See, in Job 39:9, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee or abide by thy crib? All right, so, and that Lord was challenging Job because the unicorn represents a wild beast or an ox or something of cattle that you would use to plow. And we use the internet and the YouTube to plow in this work. And it was made of, they tried to make it complex so we couldn't handle it and learn it. But we've learned it, figured it out. We all over the internet. You got Jake all over the internet, some doing wicked, some doing righteous. You know, some people got businesses on the internet. But the main part is what? Pushing his word, man. That's the most effective thing, doing his work. Fighting the good fight of faith. Doing the work of an evangelist. It says, will the unicorn be willing to serve thee? And the unicorn represents the internet, or it was called YouTube. Or abide by thy crib. All right, so will it help to wake up the elect? Can you harness it? Can you channel it? Can you use it? Can you get on there, create you a page and teach and do it consistently? Canst thou bind the unicorn with his bands in the furrow? Saying, what, can you figure it out and learn how to use it for our warfare? And will he harrow the valleys after thee? See, as you go forward in your journey and teaching, are you going to be able to get this unicorn to follow after you? You know, on the leash, or is it going to pull? Or is it going to go against us? No, the Lord blessed us to use the internet. You know, and by the time they pushed all this hate stuff and shutting our pages down, we had to keep fighting through that. All right, and by the time there is any cyber attack or whatever may happen, to where power grids may go down or whatever, in the famine of the word, the elect going to be woken up already. The job is going to be done. It says, wilt thou trust him because his strength is great? All right, it's greater than us, because it's like having a fist versus a gun, or having your voice and then you have a megaphone to amplify your voice. So we have our voice, lift up our voice as a trumpet out in the streets, but the things are moving fast. So to cover the slack, the Lord has set up the internet and the YouTube, which run day and night and all around the world. All right. So wilt thou, and that's a great strength, and wilt thou leave thy labor to him? See, we leave our videos on the internet. All right, that's our labor. Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed? See? And gather it into thy barn. Gathering the elect through the what? The internet, man. Through YouTube and other channels. Wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn? All right. So, yes, we believe that we can handle it and get on the internet, maneuver through all the channels, and push this word out there. All right. Do I sit down videos? Even now they got TikTok and all these different channels to go through. Okay. So this was a challenge that the Most High was speaking to Job about, but it's a challenge to us. Like, you know, thankfully starting with the elders of GMS that got on there around 2006 or so, I think. And they got on the internet, right? And then right after that, people like me followed up and started YouTube pages. I had a few YouTube pages, man. I remember Elder Pastor Hart put out an order for all the brothers to make 5 pages a piece or so. I made like 15 pages back then. And one of them was named Lions Den. And people started saying, hey, Lions Den. So that's how we became the Lions Den. So, all right. The Lord commanded us to run in this race. But it's only so far that we could run. So the Lord set up the internet to do some of the running for us. Jeremiah 5:1. Run ye to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, Yerushalayim. So how are we going to do that if we can't travel? And be in front of all of our people and teach them? Well, the internet is running for us. See that? The unicorn. And YouTube's, our videos run day and night. You shut down one page, you set up another channel, another conduit, open up. And see now, and know, and seek in the broad places thereof, if ye can find a man, if there be any that executeth judgment, that seeketh the truth, and I will pardon it. All right, so that's right, man. So the Lord is searching as what? Let's get that. All right, Proverbs 20, 27. The spirit of man is the candle of Yahawah, searching all the inward parts of the belly. So the Lord is what? Searching each individual's and saying, hey, is there any brother that's going to know judgment and teach this truth and stand up for him? Let's get that. Psalm 94:16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? So who's out here going to rise up, man, and stand up for the Lord and for his truth? You know, against the evildoers. Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity, against Esau and their lies? All right, so who will stand up for our people? The only ones that's going to always have stood up for the Lord's people and stood up for Yahawah Shema Shai is who? The elect, the prophets. Jeremiah 7:25. Since the day that our fathers came forth out of the land of Egypt unto this day. So since 1446 BC, all the way until now, I have even sent unto you all my servants, the prophets. See his voice. Daily, rising up early and sending them. Okay? So, right, man. But you know, two-thirds are going to turn a deaf ear to that call. All right? The Lord's voice that's going out from his men. Isaiah 55:6. Seek ye Yahawah while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way. I'm talking about two-thirds of our people, or the elect are going to be the only ones that forsake their own way. And the unrighteous man, his thoughts. See, we were unrighteous, all right? We were wicked. We had to forsake our own thoughts, worldly thoughts, and let him return, meaning to repent, unto Yahawah, and he will have mercy upon him, right? So the Lord said that once we're able to call on him, he would turn and heal our land. So now he blessed us to be able to do so. And to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. So he's going to pardon the sins of the elect. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith Yahawah. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, the firmament, once again, day by day, showing the Lord's handiwork, so are my ways higher than your ways, and your thoughts, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth. See, the rain is spread all over the earth, and it waters downward into the earth. Even though there is no up or down out in space, but the Lord is able to send rain on to the downward to the earth. The same way he's able to have his word and judgment rain down upon the earth. All right. For as the rain cometh down and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater, so shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth, and it shall return not unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. All right, so it's going to prosper, and the elect are going to be woken up. Let's get that. All right, so 2nd Ezra 2:41. The number of thy children whom thou longest for, the elect, 144,000 and 1/3. It is fulfilled, man. So the Lord's going to accomplish that whereto he sent it, to wake up the elect. All right. Beseech the power of the Lord, that thy people, which have been called from the beginning, may be hallowed. And I, Ezra, saw upon Mount Zion a great people whom I could not number, and they all praise Yahawah with songs. Right, so the Lord's word is going to prosper in the thing whereto he sent it. And it's going to come down upon the earth, all around the earth, and he's sending it what? Through his men. And the seed fell upon good ground, and then we speak onto the internet, and that goes all around the world as well. Okay, because these are people, their antennas aren't up, they were asleep. So the Lord woke up his men, setting the order, and then we speak to the next brothers, and they wake up if they are the elect. This is 1 Corinthians 3:7. So then neither is he that planteth anything, neither is he that watereth, but Yahawah that giveth the increase. All right. Now he that planteth and he that watereth are one. It's talking about us that's teaching his word. All right. So the head can't say to the foot, I don't need you, and vice versa. Or say you're useless. And every man shall receive his own reward according to his own labor. That's why the scriptures say a door that the Lord has opened that no man can shut. All right. For we are laborers together with Yahawah. Ye are Yahawah's husbandry. Ye are Yahawah's building. So we're laborers together. So it's not about us that's just out here teaching and watering, continuing that conduit from, let's get that. This is Revelation 22:1. It's about that same river that flows from Yahawah, his word, and it spreads out into a conduit, into a channel, and then ultimately creates a sea. Revelation 22:1. And he showed me a pure river of life, of water of life. Clear as crystal, meaning pure, all right, the doctrine. Pure wisdom. Proceeding out of the throne of Yahawah and out of the Lamb. So it comes from Yahawah to the conduit, Yahweh Shai, and into other channels, and into reservoirs, and into wells. You know, you don't want to be a well without water. And in the midst of the street of it, and on the either side of the river, so in the midst, in the Lord's presence, was there the tree of life, all right? And the tree of life is what? Wisdom, right? Pure truth, righteousness, which bear 12 manner of fruits, and that's the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel, and yielded her fruit every month, but teaching in season and out of season, and whatever age we're meant, or generation we're meant to wake up, the Lord has a set time for us to wake up. And the leaves of the trees were for the healing of the nations. What nations? The nations of Israel. So our knowledge and wisdom is for the healing of our people from being what? Spiritually dead and sick. All right, so that's that river. But now let's get this. All right, so we know with these cyber attacks and all this, you know, these cyber events, that there's a hidden hand there, man. These heathens have their hand in it, man. It's all about depopulation. It's all about government shutdowns. All right, and now you got all these nations going to war with this place, and they're going to proxy wars, cyber war, and ultimately physical war. Psalm 17 and 8. So there's going to be, at some point, a grid shutdown, either from an EMP, from cyber attack. All right. Psalm 17 and 8. Keep me as the apple of the eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wings. So we asking the Lord to watch over us, especially in these times, and to hide us, you know, protect us under his covering. From the wicked that oppress me, from my deadly enemies who compass me about. They're deadly. You know, these Edomites, these globalists. They are enclosed in their own fat, man. So that's what creates that pride from their riches. And they think about ruling the world, and they think that they're God. With their mouth, they speak what? Proudly. See, it's Esau. The book of Obadiah speaks about that. They have compassed us in our steps. They have set their eyes bowing down to the earth. See that? So they're speaking from a rulership level. And ultimately, through the internet, they're able to watch the whole earth. They got eyes everywhere. What was that movie with Will Smith? I forgot the name of it, but that's when they really started pushing that. Okay. Daniel chapter 7 says it has the eyes of men. What's that? Their agencies, their cameras, their satellites. And through that, they've set up their plan to what? World domination. All right. Like now. Yeah, let me get this real quick. Right. So when we speak on this internet, the Lord can see it. He can see you teaching. He can hear you speaking, hear you crying out to him. He can send your voice over here. He can send some brothers to hear your voice, hear you speaking, or a woman or a child. Just all of a sudden click on a video by mistake or whatever. Through the spirit, nothing by mistake. Had you walking up the street. I had one guy, it happened a couple times. I was out there teaching, and this dude just walked up to me. He said, like he just woke up. And I was like, why you walk straight up to me, man? He said, I don't know. I was asleep. And the Lord told me to get up and go for a walk. He had a message for me. So what's the message? I was like, oh shit, you talking to me? All right, well, hey man, you're an Israelite. So I started giving him the message. So, you know, we just have to be in place so the Lord can send his people by that need to hear it or click on the videos. All right. So the Lord said that. Let's get that. All right, this is Zechariah 13:1. And in that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem. So the house of David represents the elect, and Jerusalem, city of peace, represents the elect. All right, so this fountain is going to be open to us for sin and for uncleanliness. Okay. So, and the Lord promised us that a way into the kingdom was going to be ushered in. He's going to wake up elders and the prophets and men to lead our people to Yahawah Shem Yahushai. So he promised us that. And we see it right on the internet, and you see it out in the streets. 2nd Ezra 5:37. Open me the places that are closed, and bring me forth the winds that in them are shut up. This is the angel Uriel speaking to, and you say that in the Hebrew as Awar Allah. He was speaking to Ezra. He was telling him of things from the 4th dimension that we can't do in the 3rd dimension. And he was saying, yo, show me, can you open the places that are closed? Can you bring me forth the winds that in them are shut up? Show me the image of a voice. All right, so the Lord can see our voice, just like in that picture. You know, they have pictures of the internet. Let me show you. All right, so these are all kind of signals, business deals, transactions, everything going all around the world, and also our tiny little voices being sent all around the world, and the Lord can see it. He can see your voice as a wave and where to put it at and who receives it. It's crazy. The voice of an image of a voice. So yeah, man, Esau created this internet. The Lord created man, or Esau. And then you got Jake that had a major part in that as well, and also with GPS. But and now the Most High has made a divide. He has us on the internet teaching in righteousness, and he has them, these heathens, pushing their agenda of fear through the media and through the internet as well. So there's literally a battle going on. 2nd Ezra 16:61. He made man and put his heart in the midst of his body, talking about his mind, and gave him breath, life, and understanding. So the understanding that Esau has, it comes from the Most High. And he said what? They have become wiser than Daniel. There's nothing that can be hid from him. All right, so through their technology and their science, what they have found from the left-hand side is going to ultimately be their demise and destruction. And the Lord is going to use it to enhance our teaching. So they created this internet, and we use it to amplify the Lord's word around the world. Surely he knoweth your inventions. See, the Lord knows their inventions and what they think in their hearts, man. These cyber attacks and all of that. Even them that sin and would hide their sin. Therefore hath Yahawah exactly searched out all their works, and he will put you all to shame. All right, so with that, I'm gonna end it there and say shalom. So there's nothing to fear. But let me get this real quick, matter of fact. So I think this is a perfect scripture to end it on. Amos 8:11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahawah, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst of water, but of hearing the words of Yahawah. All right. So the men of the Lord are gonna always be teaching, man. Whether we're not out in the streets, wherever we're at, you know, because the word is like rivers of water flowing from our bellies, from our mind. But we're not gonna be out in the streets teaching if all hell breaking loose. You know what I mean? It wouldn't make sense then. unless the Lord has us out there, you know, I'll be with it. But you know, so it's gonna be a famine of hearing the word. What's that? Through the internet, they're shutting down our videos, and it might be a grid shut down to where there's no internet access, and people are gonna be looking for answers. It's gonna be a cry for wine in the streets, and they're not gonna have any answers. Behold, because they got the chance now to listen to us. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will send, Yahawah, I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of the bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahawah. And they shall wander from sea to sea, for every end of America, trying to find his word. And from the north, even to the east. All right, New York, Florida, to California, all over America. And they shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahawah, and shall not find it, man. They're gonna be all over trying to get on the internet, trying to find us in the streets, and even if we out there, the Lord ain't gonna let them find us. You might be on some street, and then somebody go to a whole nother street, and they go to another area. Just like the Lord had us in the wilderness, going in circles. All right. In that day shall the fair virgins and the young men faint for thirst, man. And they're not going to find it. Because they had a chance to listen now. Seek him while he may be found, while he is near. All right. Before all hell breaks loose and they have a grid shut down or the internet messes up, or there's no way for these people to get this word. And they try to find us, we ain't going to want to teach them then. Man, get the hell out of here, man. Go to the internet. Oops, it's gone.